From CBS News Bay Area, this is the Morning Edition.
Israel presses its offensive against Hamas militants in Gaza, attacking some southern areas where residents once were told to take refuge. 3 Oakland coffee shop workers are now out of a job following a confrontation over the war in Gaza. We have the latest from that café. Relatives and customers are in mourning after a 7-Eleven security guard was shot and killed on the job in Oakland.
I was protecting the family at 7-Eleven because I know how my father is.
Good morning. Today is Sunday, December 10th. I'm Max Darrow. We begin with the latest developments on the war in Gaza. Today, residents woke up to smoke and explosions over the Israel-Gaza border as Israel continues its offensive against Hamas. This comes after the United States shut down the latest international push for a permanent ceasefire. And the Biden administration has approved an emergency sale of more than $100 million worth of tank ammunition to Israel. Military officials in Israel say they are attacking the southern part of Gaza as they follow the movements of Hamas leaders. But the fight is reaching areas where civilians were once told to take shelter. CBS's Bradley Blackburn joins us live this morning from New York with more on the conflict and also the reaction from all around the globe. Bradley, good morning.
Max, good morning. Israel is intensifying its fight and digging in all across Gaza, even as there is a new international push for a ceasefire. And yesterday, CBS News confirmed that another hostage has been killed, a 25-year-old Israeli soldier. Flares and black smoke seen above Gaza early Sunday as the war between Israel and Hamas grinds on. New images released by Israel said to show soldiers targeting Hamas militants. The battle that started in the north in Gaza City has now moved south, stretching as far as Rafah on the border with Egypt, where civilians were once told was a safe zone.
This place wasn't a shelter. It's just a very simple home. They got out from the rebels. Maybe more than 40 kids. They were injured.
There is international anger over the U.S. veto of a UN Security Council resolution calling for a ceasefire. The UK abstained from the vote, but all other countries supported it. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu thanked the U.S. for its action. He said other countries need to understand it is impossible to support the elimination of Hamas while calling for a halt to the war. In Tel Aviv Saturday, thousands gathered to call for the release of more than 130 remaining hostages, while rallies for a free Palestine were held in London and New York. And ripple effects felt on U.S. college campuses. The University of Pennsylvania's president, Liz McGill, is now resigning amid outrage over her answer in a congressional hearing. She was asked if calling for the genocide of Jews violated Penn's code of conduct.
It is a context-dependent decision.
The presidents of Harvard and MIT have also been criticized for their remarks and face calls for their resignations. The White House, Pennsylvania's governor, and members of Congress all condemned McGill's comments. One donor even threatened to withdraw a $100 million donation. And Max, the chairman of the university's board of trustees, also resigned his position.
And Bradley, there were multiple university presidents mentioned in your story. How about those other ones? Are they responding to this criticism?
Right, Max. Harvard's president has apologized. She told the student newspaper there that she was caught up in a contentious line of questioning. But it's not clear if that will be enough. After this resignation at the University of Pennsylvania, Congresswoman Elise Stefanik of New York, who led that line of questioning, said 1 down, 2 to go, Max.
All righty, Bradley, we will be watching closely in the next couple of days. Bradley Blackburn live for us in New York this morning. Thank you. And we will have more on the controversy at the University of Pennsylvania coming up in the next half hour of our show. But back here at home in the Bay Area, 3 cafe workers are no longer on the job after a confrontation with a customer over the violence in Gaza. This was the message posted outside Farley's East in Oakland. The owners called the confrontation, quote, shocking and unacceptable. They say it all started when a Jewish customer noticed graffiti in the bathroom and tried to take a picture of it. Well, here's what happens next.
Currently, this is a private property.
I want to go into the restroom.
I do need you to leave.
I know Israel loves taking private property and saying it's their own, but we gotta head.
You're not going to let me
You're
go
also
into the
misgendering
restroom?
them, so I need.
Eventually, the woman is let in, and she records images including the message, "Zionism is fascism," written below a bathroom mirror. The staffers appear to dismiss the woman's concerns and say, quote, "Free Palestine," as she leaves. Earlier this past week, the café posted they would be closed this weekend, but that message has been taken down. But they did release a statement saying, in part, "Nothing we say can adequately capture the pain and terror that Hamas inflicted on innocent civilians, nor the horrific suffering and loss of innocent Palestinian lives in Gaza since then. These difficult times should bring us together, and this starts with us creating a safe space for anyone who patronizes our coffee house." The situation at the coffee shop is the latest sign of rising tensions here in the Bay Area. Richmond and Oakland city councils have each passed resolutions calling for a permanent ceasefire. And when San Francisco introduced a similar one last week, an estimated 2,000 pro-Palestinian commenters showed up to urge the board to vote yes. And recently, the group Jew Belong has placed large pink billboards throughout the Bay Area speaking out against Hamas. At the federal level, East Bay Congressman Mark DeSaulnier has called for a ceasefire. He held a town hall with the SF Office of the Council on American Islamic Relations on Saturday. There were speakers, demonstrators, and an art exhibit of children's shoes, representing the thousands of innocent children killed in the war in Gaza.
The message is ceasefire now. The message is to end the genocide, to end the deaths of innocent civilians and children, and to call on DeSaulnier to vote against funding for Israeli arms and Israeli weapons.
This comes after the U.S. was the only one to vote no on Friday, striking down a United Nations Security Council resolution for a ceasefire, and after the State Department approved the sale of 14,000 rounds of tank ammunition to Israel. Last night was the third night of Hanukkah, and in Tel Aviv, families of hostages tried to cling on to hope that they would see their loved ones again.
I believe he'll be back. You can call it miracle, you can call it whatever you want, but I believe he'll be back.
An estimated 138 Israeli hostages remain captive by Hamas. And since the fighting has started, the Gaza Health Ministry says more than 17,000 Palestinians have been killed and more than 2 million people have been displaced.
Well, this is probably the last frost advisory we're going to have for a little while, but we've got a frost advisory out there right now. Temperatures are cold. We're back down into the low 30s for many of those warmer North Bay valleys. It might technically be a degree or two warmer than yesterday was, but I don't think you're going to notice. Frost advisory staying in effect here for the next several hours, really not till we get past about 9 in the morning. Focus primarily on the North Bay. And we don't have it anywhere else, but it's cold enough in other locations that you're going to want to bundle up. There's another small chance of rain coming our way by the weekend. We're going to take a look at that system and the complicated forecast that goes along with it coming up in just a bit.
A 7-Eleven security guard in Oakland was shot and killed on the job. This is the second time a crime like this happened during the past week. Last Monday, somebody was killed in the Lake Merritt area, and Friday night's incident was across the lake at Harrison and Bay. Take a look at your map. It shows the proximity there. Da Lin spoke with the guard's daughter.
Oakland police say they responded to more than 110 homicides so far this year. The latest victim is a beloved security guard. His daughter came by the scene and broke down on the sidewalk. An emotional and gut-wrenching scene in front of 7-Eleven. A young woman devastated over the killing of her father.
My mom's dead too.
She goes by the name Snow and says the security guard was 59-year-old James Johnson. I was interviewing a longtime customer when we heard screams in the background.
I've been talking to James all the time, you know. He's a good person. I'm very sad because I don't see no anymore James.
People were walking past her, so I went up to check on her and make sure she was okay. The store is located across from Whole Foods in the normally quiet Adams Point neighborhood. Police say just after 10 o'clock on Friday night, someone shot the guard inside the store as he tried to stop a man from taking merchandise. Police say James died at the scene. Snow says her father worked at the store for roughly 2 years. He lived in a building right behind 7-Eleven.
He was protecting the family at 7-Eleven because I know how my father is. He would do that for anyone he cared and loved.
She and longtime customers described James as a protector and a kind man.
He was one of those guys who would, like, give you anything if you need anything.
James is the good person, good for the community, and this guy, help to everybody and take care of everybody here.
He was a nice man, giant man, pretty tall. he would talk to everyone that came in.
Criminals have repeatedly targeted 7-Elevens in Oakland. On Monday, investigators say someone shot and killed a man pumping gas at the International Boulevard store. 2 weeks ago, witnesses say 8 gunmen, some with extended magazines, robbed a cigarette delivery driver and a security guard in front of the Grand Avenue 7-Eleven. And a few months ago, a gunman robbed the MacArthur Boulevard 7-Eleven of cash and cigarettes.
Oakland is danger right now, so needed to change.
Snow says her mother, Julie, died 10 months ago. She has few family members left. She wants justice.
She died 4 days before my birthday. And I just found out from my little brother that my dad died.
Investigators have surveillance footage of the killing, but so far no arrests. They did not release any suspect information.
Meanwhile, the city of Oakland is working hard to make one street safer. Community members and volunteers gathered on Saturday morning for a community cleanup. This was in the area of Alameda Avenue. It comes after the city cleared out all the RVs parked there in October. It's by the Home Depot on High Street.
How are you?
Yesterday, they removed graffiti, picked up trash, and pulled up some weeds.
Our encampment management team came out and did a cleanup and closure of the area. And now we're working with neighbors to provide ongoing cleanups and sustainability for this corridor. We're probably looking at about 50 to 100 bags of debris that we cleaned up just on the stretch from the Home Depot entrance to the Fruitvale Bridge.
She also says they hope to continue the cleanup on a monthly basis. They're set to have their next event in January. Also in the East Bay, Berkeley police are still searching for a suspect in a stabbing incident. 2 people were stabbed around 6:30 on Friday night near El Camino Real and Oak Ridge Path in the Claremont neighborhood. People in that area were ordered to shelter in place for almost 2 hours that night. Police say they have been looking for this suspect, who they say may be armed. Officers are warning people not to approach him and to instead call 911 if you see him. He was last seen wearing dark pants and a red or brown hoodie with a hat and a large backpack.